The news headlines.
Coursework at 30. Makerere University, in partnership with the Rwandan High Commission, hosts a public lecture to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the genocide against the Tutsi. Former President of Tanzania, His Excellency Jakaya Mrisho, graces the annual Guild Leaders Summit at Makerere University, where he stressed the importance of grooming young people in leadership. And in sports, Prostate Soccer Academy Uganda holds its first friendly match with Rwanda's PSG.
The news in detail.
The Rwandan High Commissioner in Kampala today hosted a public lecture at Makerere University to mark the 30th anniversary of the genocide against the Tutsi. This event, under the theme Preservation, Memorization and Resilience, featured remarks from Rwanda's High Commissioner to Uganda, Mr. Joseph Rutabana. Mr. Rutabana emphasized that the commemoration of the genocide serves as a global framework to honor victims, support survivors, and pay tribute to those who played a big role in ending the genocide and liberating the country. For more details on the event, our reporter Kenneth Kabagambe has more to the story.
Today marks 30 years ever since Rwanda had a genocide, and today it's a public lecture at Makerere University School of Public Health entitled Coursework at 30, under the theme Reunite, Remember and Renew. In this context, the panels are discussing matters concerning what really happened in Rwanda, what is going on, and what is the way forward.
Intellectuals and future intellectuals, so we want them to learn lessons from what happened to Rwanda 30 years ago, so that this should not repeat itself, because they are the future leaders. They have to understand and internalize what has happened and learn lessons. So we really wanted to, that's the reason why we had many youth from different universities and a panel of people who have knowledge about the genocide, so that 30 years is a generational cycle, so that what was done should not be repeated, and also to recognize what has been achieved in the 30 years. The achievements in the 30 years are many, starting from reconciliation, because you can imagine people who killed over 1 million are still there. So there was no other solution rather than reconciling the people and living and to live together. That's one aspect. Another aspect which has been achieved is the welfare of the survivors, because with the trauma and what they had gone through, rehabilitation takes time, and also renewing their lives and renewing their social way of living. That was another achievement. But also Rwanda has achieved a lot in terms of development, in terms of relations with other countries.
Kabagambe Kenneth, Sky TV.
Students living with disabilities at Makerere University have expressed their disappointment with the university premises. They argue that the university infrastructure does not accommodate them well, as most of the buildings lack lifts, making it difficult for them to access various offices and premises.
The students living with disabilities have shown their disappointment in the way the university structures are made. They urge that most of the buildings are stored or flat buildings, and therefore they cannot be in position to access most of the offices or classrooms in these buildings, since they do not have lifts that can help them access these offices and buildings.
Okay, concerning how the disabled students in Makerere are disfavored, first of all, some structures don't totally support students with disabilities, where you find that some lectures are in the buildings where those students cannot access. Then another way in which students with disabilities are not favored, like on some events, you find that they are not catering for them. You find that some events which are even open to all students, there are no sign language interpreters, and you find that those students are stopped from attending those events which could even be of much purpose to them. But you find that since they don't expect to find there a sign language interpreter, they are not going to attend such events.
Oh, now, as a leader of the students with disabilities in Makerere University, what are your intentions? What agendas are you trying to push ahead in the Guild House to make sure that these students living with disabilities are favored?
First of all, we are advocating for equality. That's one of the most goals we have to meet. We want equality, both within the physical activities, within the in all university activities. So that's why we want, like, on such functions, if you find that we bring sign language interpreters to favor also students with hearing impairments, so that they can also ably attend. And another thing, one of the things we want to achieve within the house is we want to bring up some activities which can benefit our students with disabilities, such as creating software skills, equipping them with software skills. We want to also equip them with hands-on touch practices, where we shall be having some events and we bring trainers who can equip these students with hard skills, so that beside their education they can also do something that is tangible. Yeah.
So, as a leader, what are your expectations from the administration of Makerere University and also the 90th Guild House, as far as these people living with disabilities in Makerere are concerned?
I expect the university administration to work with the student leaders, especially we who are representing the students with disabilities, because we very well know their grievances, so we can well represent them. And if the university administration is cooperating with us, then it means we can easily solve their problems. Of course, we can't completely solve them, but we can solve some part of their problems. So what I expect is the Guild House to be in full support with us, the student leaders of the students with disabilities, and the university administration, especially on the financial part, where it will be necessary, like, to support our activities.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. It has been me, Moses Opeto, reporting in Makerere University.
Student leaders from various universities in Uganda currently convened at Makerere University for the annual Guild Leaders Summit, which centered around the theme Legacy of Leadership. The event was graced by Tanzania's former President Jakaya Mrisho, former Prime Minister of Uganda Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda, members of parliament, students, and others. During the event, His Excellency Jakaya Mrisho emphasized the importance of grooming young people in leadership and highlighted the unique opportunity they have to learn. Our reporter Juliet Namuli spoke to one of the student leaders, and this is what they say.
The event had the chief guest, who was the fourth president of the United Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency Jakaya Kikwete. It had also the vice president of the Republic of Uganda, Jessica Alupo, and other former guild leaders.
According to the speech of the former Tanzanian president, what is your take on the way things are running in Makerere in the political field and his speech?
Yeah, mostly his speech was not only at Makerere but also the East Africa at large. Of course, he did recommend, one of the issues he said that he stated that it is bad and risky for an institution like Makerere to allow political affiliation directly into the institution, because the institution will be political. You will find people going into lectures that they are in dress of their political party colors. I learned that we need a discussion as the young people to discuss issues that are affecting the young people in Uganda, and even also to come up with the solutions. That is one of the issues. But I learned also that at times, according to the panel discussion, I learned that mostly the society is getting leaders they deserve, because at times I think Makerere students are unserious. That's why they are getting nowadays leaders also who are unserious.
In the Guild Leaders Summit that happened today at CTF Auditorium, known as Yusuf Rule, the former Tanzanian president, His Excellency Kikwete, emphasized the purpose of young people learning more in this generation they are in. He says that when you find young people behaving like old people, then they have lost it. He says that in this generation, young people should learn more from the elders they are with, because they have an opportunity that is at hand. Thank you very much. I'm Namuli Juliet, reporting for Sky TV.
We go in for a very short break. More stories to come. Keep tuned.
Welcome to the heart-pounding world of go-kart racing. Feel the rush as these sleek machines maneuver through twists and turns, vying the victory on the track. But wait, the excitement doesn't end there. Brace yourselves for the ultimate refreshment to fuel your adventure. Introducing Mountain Dew Code Red, the drink that's as bold and intense as the race itself. Seize the flavor, seize the victory. Mountain Dew, do the dew.
Welcome back from the break. Moving on. The Ministry of Health, under the Division of Mental Health and Control of Substance Youth, together with the Mental Health and Psychosocial Support Working Groups Uganda, hosted the 3rd National Mental Health Conference. The conference was held under the theme Strengthening, Collaboration and Partnership for Better Mental Health Services in Uganda. The 3-day conference took place at Silver Spring Hotels in Kampala and brought together different mental health workers to discuss, share, and raise awareness about the need to prioritize mental health. This event was held in celebration of Mental Health Week.
The Ministry of Health Uganda has organized a 3-day conference on mental health awareness. This has taken place at Silver Springs Hotel in Kampala. The conference has been attended by university students, psychiatric associations, and a number of medical workers who came together to discuss ways in which they can create awareness about mental health. Mental health seems to be one of the biggest factors that is affecting people. However, it is being neglected because the public doesn't know about it. I spoke to one of the attendants of the conference, and this is what they had to say.
People are battling with a lot. You leave your home, you're having home issues, you keep on carrying it to your workplace, you reach, you find someone at the workplace is acting in a way that is not normal. The person, him or herself, cannot notice it, but all in all, it steps from not having enough knowledge about mental health and not knowing how your brain is going in a negative way because of the issues that you have not solved. It could be family issues, it could be maybe how your colleague at workplace is giving you hard time. So all in all, these things, when they combine, they end up disturbing your brain. You find they have formed a kind of a chain in your mind.
As Game Connect Project, we have participated in a 3-day 3rd National Mental Health Conference under the theme Strengthening Collaboration and Partnerships for Mental Health Services in Uganda. As a project, this is very important for us as we journey with the youth 15 to 24 years under the goal of strengthening their mental resilience.
Anthony Chiza, reporting from Silver Springs Hotel.
Let's get into tomorrow's weather forecast. We shall start with central Uganda, and that is Kampala in particular. In Kampala, we shall be expecting a little bit of sunshine that will be high degrees of around 28 degrees Celsius. Moving on to Western Uganda, Mbarara and Kabale in particular. People of Kabale and Mbarara will be expecting a little bit of rainfall. That is on like 18 degrees Celsius. Moving on to the north, Arua and Gulu in particular, there will be a little bit of sunshine on 17 degrees Celsius. Moving on to the east, Mbale in particular, we shall be expecting high degrees, and that is sunshine. That was it for the weather forecast. In sports today, Prostate Soccer Academy of Uganda visited PSG in Rwanda for a friendly match in Huye district. Prostate under 10, 15 and 20 teams all lost to PSG with a 2-1 win. Our field reporter Penina Nalubega can update us on what's taking place. Penina, I believe due to the restrictions you cannot take videos, but please, our dear viewers would like to know the difference between Prostate Academy and PSG.
Thank you, Rita Rose Kalendera. Prostate Soccer Academy is an academy in Uganda which started in 2018, headed by Mr. Richard Mugera as the head coach. There are also other coaches. And PSG is affiliated to PSG team in France, and it is one of the junior teams of PSG located in Rwanda.
The next question is, why do you think Uganda lost to Rwanda?
Well, it wasn't so good for Uganda as it lost all the matches with a 2-1 difference. PSG won all the matches, the under 10, the under 15 and under 20.
Moving on, is this the first time Uganda is being hosted by Rwanda for a friendly match?
Yes, Rwanda is hosting Uganda for the very first time, and they have started their friendship in that way. A soccer academy is basically a school that trains soccer or football as it is called in Uganda, and this is where people come from to join bigger teams like Uganda Cranes, KCCA, SC Villa and so on.
Many thanks, Penina. It was lovely having you. This was the 9th hour news on Sky TV. Rita Rose Kalendera. Have a good night.